PEI, Prince Edward Island, January 2nd, 2016. Dr. Bian, a top scientist at Scorpion 7, was forced to leave his Albertan home. No explanation given. No time to take anything. Not even his beloved dog. Scorpion 7 originally had a laboratory on the second largest island of PEI. It was working on a DNA splicing project. The local government eventually began investigating the laboratory. On January 3rd, the head of the facility began making plans with headquarters to relocate to a new facility in Washington. Some employees, however, were reassigned to other facilities to work on other projects. When Scorpion 7 left PEI, Tignish Farm was built in its place. Dr. Bian was reassigned to the Yukon facility to work on the project contracted by Big J. The night everything changed, a dangerous virus began spreading across Canada. In the last desperate move, the government gave orders to blow up the Confederation Bridge, hoping to keep Prince Edward Island safe. The military came with explosives and did what they had to do. They destroyed the bridge, but in the end it didn't matter. The virus found its way to the island anyway. This is where survival begins. PEI map is based on the real-life Prince Edward Island in Canada. The names of the locations are real. For example, Charlottetown, the capital of Prince Edward Island, is also a city in Unturned. Another example is the Confederation Bridge. It's 13 kilometers long and it's the longest bridge in Canada. PEI map is 47% water, making it the smallest official survival map by land area in Unturned. It takes 3 minutes and 37 seconds to drive from Cape Rock to Belfast Airport in a hatchback with a top speed of 70 km per hour. In terms of locations, PEI has two military sites in the northwest part of the island: Summerside Military Base and Confederation Bridge. There are two tiers of military loot you can find on PEI. Common military loot contains items such as smoke grenades, raw explosives, and maple strike. You can get it by killing zombies or finding them spawn naturally in both military sites. Special military loot includes fragmentation grenades, attachments, and some rare guns like Timberwolf or Desert Falcon. It drops from mega zombies and spawns in few spots in both military sites. It's also the only way on PEI to get a detonator other than from airdrops. I will now show where exactly you can expect these items to spawn. The green cubes mark common military loot spawn points. The black cubes represent special military loot. Holman Island is the second best spot for getting loot on PEI. This is where you can find ranger loot, which includes items like rocket launcher, Matamores, Zbeknakov, and lots of other guns. In O'Leary prison there are two types of loot. RCMP, which stands for Royal Canadian Mounted Police, contains items such as blunt force and jail doors. Prisoner loot consists of 5 items, with the butterfly knife being the most valuable. Police stations can be found in Stratford, Charlottetown and Belfast Airport. In there you can find Cobra pistol, which is the only handgun in Unturned with automatic fire mode. PEI gun shops are basic. Unlike Washington, they don't have the Eagle Fire. There is only one gun shop in Stratford. The campgrounds offer many different items. The most valuable is the diving tank, which is needed to craft an oxygenator for underwater bases. When using canteens, fill them at farm wells instead of the sea, because it has a salty water, Farms offer similar guns to campgrounds. Chainsaws can also be found here, which are useful for base building. When you need crafting materials like tape, rope, wires or bricks, there are 4 places where you can find them. Stratford Construction Site, Alberton Harbour, Belfast Airport, and wrecked cargo ship on Holman Island. There are only 2 gas stations on PEI, one in Stratford and a bigger one in Charlottetown. You can find bloaters there or refuel your vehicle. Airdrops on PEI contain special guns like Hell's Fury and Devil's Bane that don't naturally spawn on the map. That is all for this PEI story and loot guide. Next video in the series will explore Yukon, continuing the Scorpion 7 and Dr. Behan story. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.